I've seen more changes in music DAWs in the past year than I have in the past 10 years combined. And if I had to guess, the next few years is gonna get even crazier. In today's video, I'm gonna show you a DAW that you've probably never heard of. And it's one that I think is gonna show the way DAWs will look in the next 5 years. Right now, it's only available online. It still is in beta, so it has some kinks. But after playing around with some of the features, I firmly believe that some of these will be in every single DAW in the next 5 years. First, I'll show you something that pretty much every DAW and their cousin has been implementing into their software, including. Then I'll show you how that transforms into something that I think is going to be the biggest game changer of DAWs coming up. And then finally, I'll share some thoughts on some features that aren't in that I think will be prevalent in DAWs to come. The DAW that I'll be showing you today comes from a company called Moises, if you've heard of them before. Let's start off with item number one, the thing that every DAW and their cousin is super excited about. That would be the stem separation tool. If you haven't seen this before, you take a fully finished track, drag it in, and it will automatically separate it out into its stems. This is great for isolating the vocal part for a remix, or isolating the drum part so that you can mix it higher in the mastering stage. There's a lot of use cases where this becomes super helpful. But even if you do know what a stem splitter is, I'm going to demonstrate it for you real quick. We'll want this song into each of its different parts for the next biggest change that I think will be coming up. We'll drag our track right here. Let's push this to its limit. We're going to choose every single thing that we can to see how many different stems we can actually get from this, including all of the different drum parts, which I think will be pretty interesting. Then after waiting for about 30 seconds, the track is completed. So now that the tracks are separated, I can go through and just isolate each different part. Let's hear what they sound like. You are my guest list. On my guest list. And then ideally, if you play all of them together, it will sound like the main track. And sure enough, it does. Now that we have this stem separated, we can actually talk about what I'm most excited for in the future of DAWs and what I think the biggest game changer is, especially with Moises. Moises calls this new feature I'm most excited for the AI Studio. To access it, we're going to use the stem separator first. We'll export all of our stems to WAV files, and then we'll upload them to the studio. The biggest feature of AI Studio that I'm excited for is the ability to generate tracks real time. AI Studio can go in, analyze the chords you have, and then recreate whole parts in the genre of your choosing. It's still in its infancy, so take it with a grain of salt, but I do think that it's super powerful, and I think that it's something that more DAWs are going to start to incorporate in the next few years here. Let me demonstrate how to do this with this track. So first we want to click here, and we'll click AI Detect on the chords. I found the AI detection of chords to be so-so, but you can always go back through and change them later. In this case, I've chosen a disco pop track that doesn't have a lot of chord changes, so I'm guessing that it should do a good job. Let's go through and check to make sure. All that time I wasted, correct. Wasted on you. Nice. On you. Shouldn't be too hard with these chords, just D, B minor, F sharp minor. Tears E is correct. On the blanket, then she left in my room. That's correct. You left souvenirs. Nice. It still smells like you. C sharp's right. Baby, don't you know that a heart breaks badly the way chords are checking out perfectly, so nice. Once we have the chords actually put in, we can start to generate some of its own new parts. Let's click on add a new track and generate AI instrument. What I'm looking for is a piano part to go over the verse to add to the verse. Electric piano is exactly what I'm looking for. We're gonna go for this preset and we're gonna go generate stem. And then because we already have all the chords, it's going to use those chords to determine what actual notes to play for this stem. Let's hear what the results sound like. Hopefully they're good. I really have no idea. Then she left in my room. As you can see, it generates two different ideas. I think it did okay. It seems to be a little bit off rhythm for this first one. Let's try what the second one sounds like, and let's hear how this one works.
Time I wasted on you. Two bad years on a sinking ship.
And just like the first recorded track, this part starts to get off rhythm piano-wise. And I think that's because there's no drum track for it to base its rhythm off of. There's no transient information. So, something to keep in mind. Let's play it through the chorus.
Like you.
Pretty good, and this is what I'm excited about. As these algorithms get better for generating actual styles and beats, it's going to be just an inspiration palette for you to choose from. But honestly, instruments, I think, is not the best use case for this. In my opinion, the best use case is drums. For me, programming drums is one of the hardest parts of my workflow, and it is the most time consuming. Let me show you what kind of drum sounds that this can come up with. I'll go ahead and mute all of the drum parts that I have here and then let it do its thing. Let's add a track. Let's generate new AI instruments. Let's go to a drum track. We're going to go for a disco 4 on the floor. So the style that we have, we're going to generate stem, see what that sounds like. So the drums are ready, and you can see here that it even got rid of the drums for this pre-chorus, which is exactly what I did in my drum programming as well. I'm interested to see what this sounds like though. So let's solo this with the track and let's hear what it sounds like.
Time I wasted on you. You left souvenirs.
Seems like some light tom action, not hearing anything.
Like you.
Nice fill there. I'm pretty impressed with just the drum kits. Like I was saying, I think this is the biggest potential for doing things, and it's to be one of the best that I've found. Let's take a listen to track number 2 and see how it compares. My guess is it's going to sound pretty similar. A snappier snare.
2 bad years on a sinking ship.
Let's hear it right at the chorus. All right, pretty similar. I mean, I think the highlight for me and what I would take and go back into the studio or into my DAW and do is to use this fill right here or a variation of it right beforehand, because I feel like it hits really well.
Like you.
Now for me, these generative tracks are great sources of inspiration. They're tools in the toolbox for me to use and then go back and help redesign my song. And although that this generative track idea is one that I think is going to get better and better, I think that it's always going to need a touch of human. You will always need someone behind the wheel steering the car in the right direction. I want to be clear that the future of DAWs and these generative tracks, although they're really cool, they're not replacements for creativity. They're just aids to help foster it. Hopefully that makes sense, and that distinction is an important one. What's also really cool about these generative tracks is that you can select reference audio to pull from to get the exact type of drums that you're looking for. Let's say, for example, that I wanted the drums to really match the original drums that I created for this. I would drag in that track and it would generate the new drum sound based off of that. I think that's a super cool feature. This entire DAW is still a little rough around the edges, but it is absolutely where I foresee DAWs going in the next few years. I didn't even talk about some of the other features of this DAW that I do think will be incorporated in the DAW of the future, if you will. One of them being Voice Studio, which allows you to change your voice to sound like another person's. The next one being Mastering, which takes your track, analyzes it, and then masters it so that it's the correct loudness. And then finally, the Lyric Writer, which can help aid in lyric writing. All of these require good inputs, and they require humans to actually sound the best they can. You can't expect a lyric writer right now to write a full-on amazing song, at least in my experience. But if you're trying to brainstorm metaphor ideas or maybe look for a new rhyme scheme for a verse, it's perfect. Those are all the tools that are currently available now. And I've shown you what I'm most excited for. I'm showing you what most DAWs are excited for right now or currently implementing. But what about the tools that aren't yet there? What about the tools that I want to see that are probably just around the corner, but aren't quite ready yet? Well, in my mind, there's three main ones. The first one would be a tool that analyzes my track, say for example, my bass, and then just makes it sound better. Just one click of a button that takes my bass idea and makes it more polished and better sounding. We're almost there right now with Moises, but I think it will continue to improve. Number two would be better sound design selection tools to help aid the flow of ideas. So right now, the stem separators are already to a point where you can isolate individual instruments. Okay, pretty well, but I think future DAWs will take this to the next step. They'll take that kick drum that you isolated and then be able to recreate it and isolate it so that you can use it whenever you want to. I think this will be a fantastic design tool for sound selection. I could also see it getting advanced enough where it could pull out a synth from a song, recreate it in something like Serum, and then you'll be able to play that synth however you'd like. We're really not that far off from that. And then number three would be overall personalized mixing suggestions. But what I mean by a mixing editor would be something that analyzes your track, maybe helps you to select better sounds in the first place. That's like 80% of mixing right there. And then volume adjust the tracks that you do have so that they work together well. And if I had to guess, all of those features are coming sooner than you think. So buckle up. I know that I'm excited for them. I'm excited to see what the actual future of DAWs hold and if I'm right at all. If you agree with me or if you think I missed something, let me know in the comments below. If you like this video on the future of DAWs, you should probably understand where DAWs are today and how they stack up against each other. I made a video right up here where I produced the same song in 10 of the most popular DAWs today to find out which one is the best. Go watch it right up here.